Hey everybody, I'm Jesse and welcome to another edition of Gen X Things Live. And today is Giveaway Sunday, July 2nd, 2026. And let's see, today I need to go over the rules a little bit. The rules for the giveaway, which will happen at the end of the show, are posted there. They're the link in the comment. Okay, August 2nd. All right. All right. August 2nd. Let's see. Oh, and the rules. The rules are you got to be 18. You got to be 18. And the prize is a mug today. Giving away a mug. And let's see. Anyway, the rules are there. I don't know. I'm befuddled right now. All right. Bucky, OG Tango, Kane Corso, Metal Gear, Wirehead, Dog Karma, Raziel, Wenjo, what's up? Glad to see you out here. Yeah, it's August 2nd. I'm trying to get my shit together. What the hell's happening? I'm in some kind of funk, trying to get my brain to agree with me. You're a lot older than 18, Roz. You don't look it, dude. Arnis, King of Freaks, what's up, Shannon? Roxanne loves Pearl Jam. I hope you're feeling better, Roxanne. Girl Meets Weed. Girl Meets Weed's gonna be with me tomorrow night at 9 Eastern Time. Me and Trinidad are gonna have a conversation. So I hope y'all are looking forward to that. I know I am. You're 21, Wenjo? Oh, good. All right. Wirehead. What's up? Thank you, Wirehead. Brain defunker? Yeah, I appreciate it. I don't seem able to defunk it, so thank you. Smoke a joint, it'll help. No, no, y'all just see me sit here and stare at the ceiling. Yeah, I wouldn't be too tired if I hadn't done the members only stream an hour early. Yeah, Roz, you're right about that. I don't know what's going on with me today. I don't know what the hell it is. Yeah, but yeah, I'm in some kind of, my brain isn't behaving properly. Your age is Gen X OG. That's the perfect age, dude. Need a safety meeting before the live stream, Kane? Yeah. Yeah, that'd probably be helpful. RR, what's up, RR? Glad to see you, buddy. Glad you can make it. Boomer fog. Boomer brain fog. That's a brain. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I got. Brain not braining. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about, Wirehead? You get the same thing? Just went through the full moon prob mess with your vibes. Trinidad. We'll blame it on the robots and resistance fighters messing with the timeline. Yeah, maybe that's it. That's as good as any excuse I have. I don't have an excuse. Oh, okay. All right, Roxanne. Well, we can do it next Monday. Not tomorrow, but the following one. If that's okay with you, I'll send you another email with the link. Yeah, hopefully I can get my brain back on pattern, get it working correctly by tomorrow. Zeke, what's up? Zeke, haven't seen you in a long time. How you doing, buddy? Glad to see you. DVS, what's up, DVS? Glad to see you here, man. Hope you're feeling better, DVS. You're still in our prayers, buddy. Friar Dak, what's up? The Dakmeister. Steven, Wisconsin. Congratulations, Steven, to the gift membership. That's a coveted one, too. That's from Dak. The Dak gift memberships are more prestigious than the others. Rusty Doob. What's up, Rusty? Our favorite Canadian besides Wirehead. Wirehead and Rusty, our two favorite Canadians. We've got another Canadian. Who else is Canadian? We've got another regular besides Rusty and Wirehead that's a Canadian. I can't remember who it is now. Carmen, our favorite Kiwi. Besides Wayne Beatty, but Wayne's not here right now. Glad to see you here, Carmen. Oh, okay. You're in jail? Thank you, though, Dak. I appreciate that, buddy. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate your support, really. Warm-up question. What caused the machines to turn on the humans in the movie Maximum Overdrive? Oh, hell. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that one. Membership booms. Yeah, Trinidad. Those are the best ones. Shannon, woke up around 3 a.m. Stomach was all messed up. Took me a while to go back to sleep. Ah, that sucks. Yeah, I've had that happen before. Oh, Stat, what's up, oh, Stat? Glad to see you here, buddy. All right. Jesse got knocked in the melon a little harder than we originally thought. Are you going to need to show up this shower cap back for a while? Yeah, maybe I will. Yeah. Hanging in and hanging on. All right, Zeke. Glad to hear it, buddy. You made it to 49 today, Ostat. Happy birthday, Ostat. I don't have any birthday. I gotta get a birthday thing. I'll give you a boom, Ostat. I need a birthday one though for people when because I live stream every damn day, so I can do happy birthday one of these, whatever you call this damn thing that I'm doing with the boom graphics. Do a happy birthday graphic. Your Josh sees, what's up, Josh? Your ass a dragon today? Put on your Apocalypse Gen X Thinks t-shirt and that'll put some pep in your step. Kane identifies as Canadian for the live stream and you have to accept it. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, to everybody, tell a happy birthday, Ostat, happy birthday. Dimu, what's up, Dimu? Just listen to the Dark Side of the Moon from beginning to end. I'm in a catatonic state. That's awesome. Oh, Shan is technically Canadian, but she doesn't live in Canada. She's an illegal alien. Saw a moonbow, full circle, the moon Saturday morning. No shit, OG. That's pretty damn cool, dude. Dak does it for the sheer fun of it. All right, Dak. Well, thank you, buddy. I appreciate it, man. Terrence, Phillip, and Wenjo are the other Canadians. Seeing those every now and then, Wenjo, the moonbows. Between the movie Circle and Maximum Overdrive, that's about where we're at. In another 2 years, it's going to hit. Yeah, DVS. Dak does it again. Athena 11. That's a cool handle. I like that. I like names, dog names, and handles and stuff after mythological gods, you know. But Athena, you're the second one to receive a coveted Dak gift membership. Thank you, Dak. That's awesome, dude. Thank you so much, buddy. T-Baby, what's up, T-Baby? Glad to see you here. Metal Gear. I saw Arnis was snuck in there. There he is. Arnis, the king of freaks. Russians blowing up alien ship. Bucky. Bunch of good shooting stars this summer, Josh. I haven't seen any. Athena is the goddess of wisdom. You're going to be playing Dukes of Hazzard in 2 years. Friend of yours was born in a plane. Wirehead. Thank you, buddy. Peer pressure. Dak's good for peer pressure. Yeah, it's hard to resist when Dak starts putting the screws to you. I had a friend who was born in a plane over Russia. We always called him Russian, but what could he be? Aryan, right? He was born in the air, so he'd be an Aryan, right? Perseeds, Dimu, meteor showers. Arn has been trimming weed all day, so my funny bone might be too high right now. Perseid meteor shower is next. Oh, okay. Dak. Thank you, Dak. Dak's at it again. Thank you so much, Dak. I appreciate that, buddy. A nautical mystery. What Dak say? You know it makes sense. Thank you, Dak. I appreciate your support, buddy. More than you can ever know. Russian moms often deliver their own children, so I don't want to fight a Russian mom. They must be tough. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Trinidad. They must be tough as hell. You're officially able to smoke right now, Roxanne? All right. That's awesome. Yeah, excellent. We're living in idiocracy. Call me not sure. Yeah, OG. Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious that we're like on the edge of idiocracy. All the stupid shit you see. And it's just moronic stuff. Most of the big stuff happening is completely moronic, but in every sense except for company profits. It makes perfect sense when you look at it from that angle. Oh, a company is going to make profits. Okay, that's perfect. That's a perfect plan. But from every other angle you look at it, it's horrible. It's a horrible idea. These data centers, right? Using up the water, using up the electric grid. They're using up land, the environment. They're hard on the environment. They produce lots of heat. Every other angle you look at it, besides corporate profit, it is bad. These data centers are not good in any other way, shape, or form, except for corporate profit. That's the only way they make sense, is when you look at them through that lens. And so you keep going down that road, and then you have then you have, Brondo being sprayed on crops for corporate profits. And if you start spraying the crops with water, if you replace Brondo with water so the crops start growing, then the Brondo stocks drop 50%, they plummet 50%, and Brondo has to fire, a bunch of people. So yeah, I mean, that is where we're headed. Exactly where we're headed. Bucky, thank you, Bucky. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much, buddy. Roxanne had two children naturally, but I was in a hospital, no drugs, and both times the doctors were turned away when my girls entered the world. I had both of them on Saturday afternoons shortly before 2. No way. That's a hell of a coincidence. AF! What's up, AF? Ain't seen you in a while. My electric bill for the month of July was $400. I have to think it was because I was washing and cleaning so much stuff after the fire. My place is only 800 square feet. Yeah, AF. Yeah, the electric bills are getting insane now. I mean, literally insane. My Indian name is Moose Knuckle or Kills a Clown. I haven't decided. Cane Corso. No shortage of horrible ideas. Yeah, RR. Asperger with cheese, $300. Citizens here are already rallying gains to the new data centers being built in green spaces. Yeah, Dimu. Rallying against, yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see if people unite and stand against this shit. Most people are so in love with AI that either they love AI and they want them built, or they just don't give a shit because they're building them out in rural places, right? In more rural communities with small populations. If you started slamming them things down and knocking down apartment complexes in New York City, then they'd complain, then they'd have something to say about it. But when they're building them out there on other people's land, they don't give a shit, right? Nobody cares. We'll be lucky if the toilet water isn't brown here in a few months. Yeah. Everybody living costs are only going higher. Absolutely. Data centers, you will pay for something you don't want to be built. Yes, and that's the great thing about data centers, and that is that you subsidize them. And the thing is, I actually looked this up. Taxpayers subsidize them just like they do, football stadiums or whatever. And so they're raising your taxes to build these damn things, number one. Number two, the companies or the towns and stuff who are getting pushing for have these things built are doing it on the premise of future revenues for the town, for the community. The main source of these revenues is property taxes, because the property taxes, once they build all this high tech shit on this land, the valuation will go through the roof, and these companies will have to pay lots of taxes, right? Millions of dollars a year in taxes to the community. Except that, number one, they're exempt from those taxes for the first, depending on the contract, most of them between 5 and 10 years, they're exempt from those taxes. They don't have to pay them at all. Just, to entice them to come there, these communities. So that gives you and your attorneys and your accountants 5 years at minimum to figure out how to find a loophole to get around paying those taxes. It's utterly ridiculous. These towns who are allowing it, the the politicians, whatever, the governing body of these townships who are allowing this shit, they're morons. You got a PIP program where you're at. I got my electric bill for $56 a month, and the same with the natural gas, $56 a month, as long as I pay it on time, renews every year. That's awesome. I wish. I still never got my wallet back. I was holding out. I just remember that I had money order in my billfold for $250. That makes $850. Damn, it hurts. Yeah. Roxanne, native name is Chief Runs with Scissors. Yeah. Crab Man, what's up, Crab Man? Big Chief heaping shit. Crab Man. Yeah, we all donated our Doge checks to data centers, Arnis. That's exactly what happened. You, not willingly, but you didn't realize it was happening, but that is exactly what happened, yeah. What, the folks doing that close to the moose to see the moose knuckle? There is going to be a split, and you will stick with nature, thanks. And I will stick with nature, thanks. Yeah, OG. Dimu lives in a rural community. We certainly don't want them here. No, hell no. Want anything to do with them damn things. Yeah, stop paying $20 a month for AI access. Starve them some bitches of money. Great question. Where is the Doge money? Data centers, our infrastructure. Where is the Doge money? Where did the tariff money go? Where'd that money go? Where did any of that money go? I was expecting something to come out of it. Hey, we put that all that money, all the tariffs and Doge we saved and all, we put that all into Social Security. So we saved Social Security. Anything, but not a peep, not a whistle, nothing. It's just like it never happened. Another Mandela effect. What Doge? What are you talking about? There was no such thing as Doge. What do you mean tariffs? Are you insane? There's no tariffs. There was no cornucopia on the Fruit of the Looms, label or whatever. It was none of that stuff. What are you talking about? You're crazy. Ministers can evade taxes, yeah. My electric bill has doubled for the same or less usage. Yeah, Josh. Hey, you're not alone, dude. Outdoor furnace gas fire, you can run a generator on wood. I'm rural too, in a town of 600 people, 9,000 in the county. Been here 55 years, Kane. That's a good place to be. Jesse in Texas, building two big honking football stadiums in 2 years was worth it. They generate tons of money. Who gets that money? I just wonder, who gets that tons of money? Do the people who paid for the stadiums get it? Or does big business get it? If everybody got a per diem, after you pay to build this stadium, right? The people who live inside those limits who had to pay, they should get a per diem like Native Americans on a reservation. They should all share in the wealth. But no, you're just robbed and somebody else gets all that money generated, not you. Gas fire, our great-grandparents had car that ran on wood, had a car that ran on wood. No shit. Data centers will ruin property values near them. The only people that will buy these homes near data centers will be conglomerates like BlackRock and then turn them into overpriced rentals. Yeah. If anything is free, you are the product. That's why AI is free. Yeah, Wayne Joe. Yes, you're absolutely right. Doge cost us more than it saved, Josh. There was no Doge. There is no spoon. Huh, RR? You can make any car with a carburetor run on wood. No shit. Ask the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, piece of skeleton junk. She knows where the money went, and it sure wasn't for anything good. Yeah. No such thing as a free lunch. They also made lard butter. They just did not use markers and municipalities. They even built stone buildings over creeks, brooks, water storage. All year, man, the knowledge is there. Yeah. Save our infrastructure, save our farms, save our water, save our Doge cash. Yeah, Trinidad. Roxanne lives in the middle of the city, but there are a lot of rural areas surrounding us, and we have a Meta AI place down by the Hyundai manufacturer, and they are trying to bring something else. Oh, yeah. Some people have outdoor wood furnaces here too, Shannon. They have to be loaded with full-size logs. Oh, no shit. Metal Gear, no free lunches here. Kane, look at the 1910s ammonia refrigerator. Takes a candle-sized flame to make it work. Yeah, instead of improving on working technology, they abandon it completely because there's not enough profit in it. They find something that's cheaper and less reliable, right? And those billionaires, they're all friends. You know, the guy with the big manufacturing company, he's friends with the guy selling the electricity. You know, and he says, hey, I got this thing, you know, I can sell it to people. It's a new refrigerator, but it's gonna use up more electricity and cost them more money down the road. But I'm sure I could sell it on them. But you're gonna have to, you know, I wash your back, you wash mine. You're gonna have to hook me up somewhere else in another, you know, in another way. Okay, yeah, no problem. That's the way that shit works. Those billionaires are up there making those kind of deals every single day to screw us over. You know what I mean? Backdoor deals and shady shit to screw us over. Nickel and dime us to death. And that is exactly what they've been doing. You take 10 cents from every single human being in America and you're rich. You are rich. Your profits just doubled, even if you were already rich. So when you have a whole bunch of people and you just rob a little bit from them, all of them, that's a whole lot of money. And that's what they do. They scheme and manipulate and do all this bullshit behind the scenes in order to rob us all, nickel and dime us to death. Have a natural gas furnace in my basement, but I also have a wood stove I can heat with. A lot of people heat with wood here. Wood isn't in shortage. Okay. Want to get one of those outdoor wood furnaces for your shop, RR? Or AC by hooking up the flywheels of two engines together. The second gets very cold where the heat is applied to the first. All right. Quick question. I thought I heard that the pardons were going to be relocated, auto pen and all. Yeah, no. They could be, but they won't. They're not. They already would have been. If he was gonna, you know, retract those pardons from those people, and and see, give justice to the American people, he would have already done it. He's not doing it. DeSantis, though, is bringing Fauci down to Florida and gonna try to prosecute him under state law, where that pardon doesn't apply. They write policies for corporations, so we must be a consumer. You will consume and love it. Yeah, OG. Public schools get it. The public university gets it to build new buildings. Almost all the buildings I used in college have been rebuilt. So if public schools get that money, then why are they taxing us? Why do we pay property tax? Why are they robbing us in that way? Not only do public schools get that money and our property tax money, but they get federal money as well. So, how much money does one school need? Is every dime of that money from all three sources, and maybe two or three more that I'm not aware of, because I'm not, I don't know that kind of stuff. This is just stuff that I'm interested in and happen to have a few minutes to look into. If I actually sat down and did an entire weekend deep dive into this shit, I could probably pull up incredible amounts of corruption in schools and stuff. But in just 10 minutes, I can only find those. So I'd like to know, is all the money given to these schools from these three sources, is it all going to build those buildings, or are people taking their cut along the way? Is there some corruption involved in that? Are some palms being greased? Because all of it is our money. All of it. Every cent of it. Not a single dime of it belongs to anyone else but the people. They rob us through property taxes. They rob us through federal taxes, and then give it to the schools. Then they rob us through sales tax to build these things, and then give that revenue to the schools. And then when you add into the fact that the population is now shrinking, it's contracting, and schools are closing down, but all these taxes and fees are going up to pay for these schools that are closing down, it really starts to not make sense anymore. Revoked, yeah. No, it's not being revoked, Bucky. He would have already revoked it. He ain't revoking shit. There'll be no justice. And I say that with confidence. He's not going to revoke a damn thing. He would have already done it. You have a wood stove in your preps, Kane? All right, good for you, buddy. Oh, what was the answer to your question, Bucky? You asked something about maximum overdrive. What was the reason? If you gave the answer to your question, I missed it. Put it back down there, if you would. No more ammonia-based fridges. All the people stealing crap ammonia, fertilizer, etc. to make drugs with wiped out those kinds obsolete. Striking motor and outdoor furnace, you can create low voltage electricity. Nothing will ever happen. They should at least expose to prevent it again in the future, even if nothing happens to the offenders. Yes. Cope dog. 100% I agree, but they won't. They won't. Why, if Trump wants to protect the child molesters in the Epstein files, he should at least drop his nuts and give them pardons. Right? But he's not going to do that. He's not going to do that. He's going to keep them hidden. He's going to keep hiding them from us. And people who hide are cowards. They are cowards. They are child molesting, filthy, spineless cowards. And they are running our country and the world. And this is who we have chosen to lead us. And he, at the very least, he's protecting them. He's protecting these cowards. Gas wells are rather common here, as well as wind turbines on farms. Okay. Some rapper guy paid 600 grand to buy a pardon. He's suing right now because he didn't receive his pardon. The Quality Leering Center needs some more dough. D-O-H. Yeah, Cope Dog. Roz, most end of the world preppers say Appalachia is the best spot. Yeah, we're going to be at least, I don't know, I think we're going to be in eastern Kentucky. That's some Appalachian territory, isn't it? Bank robbers' banks are robbers, and politicians are pirates, and cops on road pirates. Yeah, road pirates. Cops are road pirates. Yeah, OG. Yeah, schools need all the money. Look at what a great job they're doing at preventing kids from learning to read. Yeah. How far our school system has fallen since I was a kid. It's disgraceful. Giving these kids, and who was it? Was it you? Oh, who was somebody? Crabman or OG or somebody just said they went to school in their 40s and it was all just DEI shit. Wasn't even reading, math, arithmetic and stuff. They were teaching all kinds of DEI shit in there. Now they're paying, people are paying, getting in massive amounts of debt to go to these schools, entrusting these people to give them a good education so that they can better themselves and improve their lives. And they're handing these kids these DEI and gender studies and shit. It's robbery. If you give somebody something, if you gave me $800 for a car, that was the deal, and I hand you a tricycle, that's robbery. You could call the cops on me and have me arrested. Because I did not give you what I said I would give you. That's robbery. But these politicians, these billionaires, these corporations, this educational system, these schools, they do it and get away with it all the time. Crabman, schools piss away the funds on things that benefit no one. It's like it's like the kids are getting smarter. It's not like the kids are getting smarter. Yeah, they're not at all. They're not educating these children. Preppers say it's a good spot because of the caves. I think it's falling. It's coming to light. I think it's a good thing. It's nuts because people hated on me now. They're like, what the hell? Yeah. You didn't choose this leadership, Josh? I'm afraid I did. I voted for him. Yeah, Trump didn't tell us he was a law and order president. He wouldn't lie. I'm just glad y'all know this stuff for when we get our community together. Roxanne, yeah. Yep, no, we've got some very knowledgeable people. Yep. Comet Tail and Aliens. Okay, this caused the machines to go rogue in Maximum Overdrive. All right, Bucky. Ostat leaving us? Where you at, Ostat? Happy birthday again, buddy. Lanny, what's up, Lanny? Schools were created to train us like sheep for the Industrial Revolution. Yeah, exactly. All right, Ostat, be cool, buddy. Tell your mom we said hi, Ostat. Tell your mom. Gen Extinct says hi, Mom. Cope Dog, our kids are being watched by a stranger so we can work to pay taxes so another immigrant can get our money while they stay home and raise their kids. Strange. Yeah. Trump clearly stated he respects the presidential pardon for Fauci. Yeah. Oh yeah, he's already said it. He's not gonna pardon. He's not gonna redact that pardon. He's not gonna take that pardon away from Fauci. Yeah. Non-profit organizations, a selected board, they are all filthy rich while the kids eat shit. Yeah, OG. Putting a clown face on a semi and asking it how magnets work. I'm just glad y'all know this stuff. Okay, you already said that, Roxanne. All right. Yeah, we do have some knowledgeable people in our group, Roxanne. Trinidad memorizing home healing remedies. All right, that's going to be important. Yeah. Oh, you like the thumbnail win, Joe? Yeah, I liked it too. It was an awesome one. One of my favorites that I've come up with so far. I think it's falling. It's coming to light. I think it's a good thing. Hated. Oh, okay. I already read that one. OG. Trump, another sellout like all the rest. Yeah, I'm not hating on Trump and calling him, saying he's the worst president in the world or he's destroying, he's the one who's destroying America. No, Obama was destroying America. Biden was destroying America. Bush was destroying America. Clinton was destroying America. He's just another one in a long line of scumbags who are running our country into the ground. He's nothing. Trump isn't anything special. I thought he was something special. Okay? I thought he was. He's not Satan. He's not the Antichrist. He's just another puppet. That's all. That's what the conclusion I'm coming to now. He's no different than George Herbert Walker Bush Jr. No different from Clinton or Obama. He's no different from any of them. They're just all the same. And I had hoped that he was different at one time. But he has shown me, he has opened my eyes with his actions. Because that's how I judge people. Not by the color of their skin or the bullshit they talk. I judge them by their actions. Yes, I believe so. Preppers say it's a good spot because, oh yeah, the caves again. President is Israel's bitch. Yeah, and I see that kind of stuff, crap. You have one side. I see these social media posts and stuff. They're all firing shots at each other. Oh, you love Palestine. You love Israel. You're a this and you're a that and all that stuff, right? Palestine is the evil one, or Israel's the evil one. I'm this and I'm that, whatever, right? When they're all wrong and they're all right. The evil one is Palestine, Israel, and the United States. All three government institutions are evil. They're all bad. They're all working in cahoots to rob the populations of each country. The Israeli citizens, the citizens of Israel, are being robbed and driven into the ground just as much as the citizens of the United States and the citizens of Iran. I don't give a shit. I don't care for the certain anti-pork religion and anti-bacon religion over there in the Middle East. I don't give a shit though. They can stay over there and skip out on all the good bacon BLTs and stuff, and I call their share. But they can stay over there and do that all they want, right? I don't care. I don't hate the people over there. I don't care for the ones coming over here. They need to go the hell back. But I don't have anything against them doing their thing. They just need to leave us alone to do our thing over here. But these three governments, right, and whatever that they've got, I think they have they have kind of a European Union government over there, the Arab states or whatever, that government and the Israeli government and the United States government. They're not sending their sons to war. They're not going to war themselves. They're sending us, the peasants, to war. And they're laughing about it on the phone and shit, right? Netanyahu and whoever is in charge of that Arab League of Arab Nations or whatever. They're on the phone with Netanyahu smoking cigars and laughing over this shit, you know, they're profiting billions. Well, what is it? Saudi Arabia? Saudi Arabia just bought EA, the gaming company. The EA Sports, Madden football. Saudi Arabia just bought EA. Look it up. It's all business. They don't give a shit. We're the product. We are the machine. All we are is pure profit. And that's how they see us. Our time is their profit. Cooling fans from cars are permanently magnet motor, meaning they will make power with wind or water. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. That's pretty damn cool. If everything comes out to be true, robbery is the least of their crimes. Yeah, Bucky. Yeah. And I firmly believe that is true. Robbery is the least of their crimes. They're guilty. If everything comes out to be true, Bucky, child molestation won't be the worst of their crimes. Think of that. That won't even be the worst thing they do on a regular basis. That's mind-blowing. And our president's protecting them. And that's not debatable. He's protecting them. It's just like I called it months beforehand. I said even if they do let the Epstein files loose, it will be so heavily redacted that we won't know shit. And they finally released it. Trump fought against it for 6 months or something. He finally released some of it, and it was so heavily redacted that we don't know shit. Yeah. I mean, it's so obvious once you pay attention. And I'm not some kind of sleuth. I'm not some kind of special detective or something. It's just the writing is on the wall. It's obvious. They're not going to let us know stuff. They're not going to let us know anything. We're peasants. We're cattle. You know? They aren't even teaching cursive or how to read cursive to our younger generation. Can't read the Constitution. Yeah, Zeke, that bothers me. That our younger generations aren't going to be able to read the Constitution of the United States. The actual document. So they will have to take whatever digital representation of that document. They will have to take that and accept it. Whatever it is. Whether it's been edited, right, or not, they won't know. They won't know the difference. Because they won't be able to go to the wherever it's kept in Washington and look through the glass and see and read the document for themselves. It's crazy. Once we're gone, there will be a few millennials still who can still read cursive. I'd say once the millennials are gone, it's done. Yeah. They can just do whatever they want with the Constitution of the United States, and no one will be there'll be none the wiser. It doesn't matter what the idiots say. Stay true to yourself and your moral compass. I think it's called integrity. Yeah, Dim you. Well said, Dimmu. Yeah, stay true to yourself and your moral compass. It doesn't matter what they say. Cain, the plight of the people is worldwide, and we are starting to see it. The apocalypse, lifting of the veil. Yeah. Congo is being colonized at the moment. They will never stop. New World Order, one government, one world bank, one world religion, one central power. They can ask Jeeves what it says, huh? Oh yeah, Cope Dog. I'm sure AI will tell them the truth about what the Constitution says. Dimmu, USA is far more cucked than the rest of us. We are at least fighting back and cutting ties. Look at the FIFA recent debacle with EUFA stepping in and blowing the lid. Forza Europa. Yeah, we're too divided. We're too divided to stand up and do anything. I think if we weren't so divided, the people would stand up and straighten shit out. But we're too divided, and that's by design. Dimmu, they got us hating each other. I gotta hate you, Dimmu. If you for whatever reason, right? Whatever, the color of your skin, I gotta hate you because of your color of your skin, because the box on my wall tells me that you're bad because of the color of your skin. And it doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter. Even if you're white, like me, I still have to hate you because you're white. You're a part of the problem. You're part of the patriarchy, right? So I must hate you, and I can't agree with anything you say. I'm not going to stand up with you. My side of the government is correct. It's your side that's wrong. And it just goes on and on and on. And we hate each other so much over here in America that's why I say it'll never get fixed. It just won't. I try not to think of their sick crap. I'm 100% convinced they are feeding us human meat. I stopped eating fast food altogether. No more sausage either. Yeah, no, I don't eat fast food. Not for that reason, just because I don't think it's good for you, you know. But it wouldn't surprise me, Bucky. If it came out that they had been doing that, it would not surprise me one bit, right? They've been feeding us Soylent Green this whole time. Armored Ghost. They teach cursing, not cursive, yeah. They don't teach, they program. Yeah, OG. Cope Dog's out of here? All right, Cope Dog. Nice seeing you, buddy. Dog Karma, boom! All right. Thank you, Dog Karma. A gift membership to Mighty Murph Dog. Mighty Murph Dog, yeah. All right. The venerable Dog Karma. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Handing out the gift memberships. Congratulations, Mighty Murph. To another dog. Who was it last time? Now this is getting weird now. Remember? It was Doberman Pinscher guy or something. Or Pit Bull dude or something. Something to do with the dog. Remember that, everybody? Yeah. Now it's getting, this is Twilight Zone shit. When Dog Karma hands out a gift membership, it goes to somebody that has something to do with a dog in their handle. That's some weird shit. Told AI it was wrong and it admitted it. Did it, Crabman? AI is stupid. It's slop. Wenjo. Fighting is what they want us to do. We need to mass disobedience, not people marching on DC with AR-15s. Yes, absolutely. Mass do not comply. All of us stand up together, walk to our couches, and sit the hell down until they vacate DC. Yeah. Everybody quit wasting money on whatever, nails and car detailing and all this stupid shit, apps and Netflix and all this crap, all this stupid shit that we waste money on, me included, and take 1 month and just store up enough food and stuff for 1 month, right? For the following month. Know that you have enough food in your pantry to last for a month and then stop. Everybody just sit down for a month. Every swinging dick in the country, just sit down. No, we're not doing it. Y'all get the hell out of there. And that would fix it 100%. The economy would shut down. They'd be in panics. The stock market would crash. We would cripple the world. The American people could crash the world's economy by just sitting down for a month. The whole thing would crumble. We would bring on the apocalypse by doing nothing. But when we told them that, you either get the hell out. This is day one. You've got. I would give them 7 days. Y'all vacate Washington D.C. We're going to send our own people in there to take over. We're going to send RR and Crabman and Winjoe, and we're going to send them in there and let them start running shit, right? Or if you're not out of there within 7 days, we're going to sit down for a month and just break it all across the world. We're going to cripple the world forever. Yeah, and America would do it. I don't know if another country could have that kind of power. Maybe China now. China probably could. Because nobody would, where would we get our Motorola phones and our Apple phones and shit if China just sat down, right? Where we get all our cheap Chinese bullshit we buy. Amazon would go under if China sat down. If the Chinese people refused to take part, Amazon would buckle for sure. I have got my beef all off the farm from a family friend for over 20 years. Pick it out myself. 1,700 Black Angus every year in my freezer. Corn fed, no hormones or antibiotics. Hell yeah, Kane. That's the way to do it, dude. Yeah, hell yeah. So we got to get our Gen X community set up because Winjoe, she said she's going to bring her herd down and we're going to get our beef from her. Roxanne leaving us? Yeah, I will. I will, Roxanne. I'll email you. Be good, Roxanne. Have fun. Have a good evening. People get butthurt if you speak ill of Trump and everyone's crying about how the government keeps us fighting. Are you not playing into their game? Yeah. That's exactly... there's very few, a very thin sliver of society who realizes that it's all a game, that they're both sides are they're not just different wings of the same bird. They're just the same bird. They're the same feather. There is no difference at all between the Republicans and the Democrats up there. Now on the ground, Republican people and Democrat people who are voting for this bullshit, yeah, there's big differences there. But the politicians, there is no difference. There is no difference in the parties and the political parties. None whatsoever. Problem with the food, they know that people will grow their own, and so they're already poisoned with those rains. I was watching people talk about their home gardens are done this year, already replanted 3 times. No shit, DVS. Even the beef that we process right here looks and tastes different. Chemtrails poisoning the grass, in my opinion. All right, Win Joe. Yeah, that would... They poison the entire planet. The sea, the land, and the air. Let's have genic block parties for 8 weeks. Man, beer, weed, all the fun stuff, live music. Screw the final countdown. Yeah, screw it, the final countdown. Yeah, OG, that'd be badass, dude. I gotta agree with that. And of course, the smoke screen we got from Canada, that didn't help. But I think that was just a cover screen, and that's how we got poison our crops. Watch the recalls this year, sickness and death. Dimu says Europe's gonna be okay. I hope so for you, buddy. I really do. Armored Ghost, Cripple the World is Jesse's favorite album. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, I would. If they have us that dependent, that should not be able to happen. That should not be able to happen. If the American people went on strike for a month and it collapsed the world economy, caused famine and shit, and job losses, and crippled the world economy, which it would. It most definitely would. There's something wrong there. There's something wrong. Deeply, disturbingly wrong. That should not happen. My garden is doing fine. Heat wave sucks. Shade cloth is your friend. Looking like a viable third party is forming. We really dropped the ball on the Ross Perot, Ron Paul, and Pat Buchanan. Lord Devonshire. They won't allow a third party. Just pure and simple. They're not going to allow a third party. They'll allow it to make noise and stuff and all this stuff. They might allow it to make some noise, whatever the third party might be. They might, okay. But then they'll go in and either buy them out, threaten them out, or just cheat them out. There will be no third party. It's not going to happen. We're dealing with crooks, criminals, child molesters, and possibly cannibals. These people have no moral qualms about cheating on elections and stuff. Not the Republicans, not the Democrats, neither. It's the system. And their number one way to cheat is just to pay the people off before the election even happens. That's their number one way. If it gets too far, then yeah, they'll have to do some other stuff. If the person still doesn't comply, or if they take the money and still don't act right, well, then they get a JFK. They get some gray matter splatter. We're not dealing with fair people. We'll never be able to make a change through shutting down. Too many scabs. Yeah, Zeke, no. I'm just saying if, science fiction kind of fantasy thing, if somehow I could transport us to a different reality where that was even a possibility, right? There is not a snowball chance in hell that the American people will stand up together and affect any change like that, Zeke. I'm not that naive to believe that it's possible. No. Scabs, NPCs, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, there's just too many of them. Just beer and chocolate milk. Holy shit. Ross, Ross lives on beer and chocolate milk. I hope you don't mix them together, dude. Oh, that'd be gross. My last sentence put the word pyramid in there randomly. That's not what I meant. I have no idea. Just pyramid. Threw pyramid in there on her. What the hell? That's messed up. Yeah. You don't just throw pyramid on somebody just randomly. There's been only one independent president in USA history. It was George Washington, OG. Yeah. Wirehead. Oh, that was DVS. Talking to Wirehead. Cane Corso. All the rich people building bunkers are afraid of AI. You damn right they are. Even 2 dairy cows can produce enough milk for several families. Yeah, Shannon. Yeah. Good ones, yeah. And if you know how to take care of them, you know. But yeah, you're right. They produce a hell of a lot of milk, Shannon. More than you would think. Nobody will put it all together at once, but it's kind of combined. All right, well, you're not supposed to. No, you're not supposed to mix those. That's like putting beer on your ramen noodles or beer in your cornflakes. Does Arnis even exist? I don't know. I talked to you on the phone, on the on our chats. So you kind of exist to me, at least a little bit. You're slightly real in my world, Arnis. DVS, because this time the smoke had really bad chemical taste and smell when it was here in Ohio. But last time, the fires in Canada, it was heavier smoke, but not with that taste or smell. Okay. Not that chemical shit, huh? DVS? Yeah, Trinidad, only spell check or throw a pyramid in your shit, right? I have 6 dairies within 10 miles of me, and small family ones too. That's awesome, Kane. Damn, you get good meat and dairy all around you. That's bad as hell. You probably live to be 150 years old, Kane. Not eating all them damn chemicals and hormones and stuff. No beer and ramen, Raziel. Yeah, that's not allowed. Until after the apocalypse. Yeah, you can't eat that kind of shit before the apocalypse happens. Holstein produce 60 to 99 pounds milking, and we milk twice a day. Per milking. That's twice a day. Holy shit, that's a lot of milk. Good Lord, that's a lot of milk. Ran out of milk when I first lived on my own. I used to tap water for Rice Krispies. Oh, use tap water for Rice Krispies. We used that powdered milk. That shit sucked. I hate that shit so bad. You could be a deep fake, Arnis. Yeah, that is true. I suspected that from the beginning. Jersey cow would produce plenty of cow juice. I love milk. I'm a milk drinking fool, I'll be honest with you. Unfortunately, you live in an apartment. The people decide to build new walls on a Sunday evening. They may also be rebuilding engines up there. Yeah, that sucks. Cleaned Ross Perot's chimney in West Virginia, or West what? West Valley? Jersey's produced the most cream or milk fat, if you will. That's good. Lies. I'm from Wisconsin. We put beer in everything. Raziel. You're not supposed to do that before the apocalypse, though. That's the kind of shit you have to save for post-apocalyptic. What is it called? Fare. Cuisine. That's post-apocalyptic cuisine. Raziel. I thought you put cheese on everything, Roz. Oh, yeah. Wirehead. Whole milk and raw milk. We can get it here. How the hell do they West Vale, Colorado? Okay, Arnis. How do they outlaw raw milk? And all this stuff, we have all these laws and all these poisons in our food. And over there in Europe is completely different. They're not allowed to put all that shit in their food. In Europe, they're allowed to have raw milk in Europe. Yeah. And they're over there smoking like it's going out of style over there in Europe. We pretty much made it, it's not a thing over here in America very much anymore. But, and they have longer life expectancy than we do. Go figure that one out. We're not allowed to drink raw milk because it's bad for us. We eat all these chemicals and seed oils and shit because red meat and animal fat and stuff is bad for us. But still, it seems to me that we would have a lot longer life expectancies than those people over there that eat red meat and animal fat and smoke and don't eat these beneficial chemicals, all these dyes and additives and preservatives and stuff that are so good for us. Why aren't we living way past them? Why are they outliving us? Why are they healthier than us? All right. I don't know. It seems like a good question to me. The whole milk is source is only 4%. 100% much better for you. Yeah, Kane, I believe so. I'm no doctor, but if I could get 100%, I would. I'd drink it. Saw a First Amendment audit there in Vail the other day. It was crazy. Roz is doing an apocalypse meal test run. Oh, he's testing that shit for us. All right. All right. More money to be made off of people processing the milk. Yeah. And if you outlaw it, Kane, then you don't have people selling it to each other. You don't have these farmers markets and these small businesses selling milk and cutting into big profits. Because only the big companies have the ability to what's it called? Process it, to sterilize it and shit. I forget I'm mind blanking on the word that they put milk through. But only those big companies have the ability to, to burn away all the bacteria and stuff, which all the bacteria is probably good for us too, in my opinion. If I had to bet on it, I would bet that the bacteria is good for us. But that's what it amounts to. They didn't want small ranchers and stuff selling milk and cutting into their profits. That was their money that those ranchers were taking, that those little dairy farms were taking. That was that belonged to them. So they went and lobbied the government and got some laws passed to make sure they got what was theirs, right? A little guy couldn't be allowed to have any of that. We need internet apocalypse. Yeah, Zeke. Oh, I agree, dude. Blue Zone vegan disinformation campaigns were total BS. Longest lived humans Earth eat meat. Simple fact. Yeah, Wirehead. Yeah, it is. Because we have funky foods, Trinidad. True animal fat is great source of vitamins and minerals. Yes, Kane. If it was that bad for you, the human race would have gone extinct a long, long time ago. There's only one flesh, animal flesh. I think it's some kind of blowfish or something. It's some kind of fish, little fish. One flesh known to mankind to be poisonous. Animal flesh. One. And it's that fish. I think it's some kind of blowfish or something. That's it. That's the only one. You know how many plants are poisonous? Huh? Millions. Millions of plants are poisonous. Kill your ass. Apple seeds are poisonous. You eat enough of them, you will die. Your ass will die. I think it's arsenic in them. We have been lied to and brainwashed and buffaloed into thinking that if it comes from a plant, it's good. That is complete and utter bullshit. It's just complete bullshit. I don't know how else to say it. It's a lie. But the brainwashers have spent billions of dollars getting us to think that shit. Milk fat is loaded with butyrates, which are super powerful, yeah. Speaking of farms, my great aunt Gay Wanda Pack is dying at age 94 this weekend. She never went to the doctor and lived on a farm, sudden pancreatic cancer. 94. Yep, and I bet she ate real food almost her entire life. Didn't grow up with Doritos and diet soda and shit, right? Someone dropped flock camera in Vail and all the rich boomers lost their shit. Yeah, they need to, well, I won't say it. Whatever is happening with those flock cameras is not for YouTube people to talk about because we get canceled. But if those flock cameras were to just naturally, fall off of a pole in a damn hurricane or something, I wouldn't have a problem with that. I'd be perfectly fine with that. All the flock cameras got blown off in a hurricane, wouldn't bother me at all. Wouldn't bother me at all. I might actually feel better about the world if that happened. I might think that the world had been improving. Maybe God was actually performing a miracle. It is hard to control population numbers if you cannot control what goes in their bodies. Yeah. Yep, you're right about that, Bucky. Yeah, Zeke, please let us get to Kentucky before the internet apocalypse. Yeah, Trinidad. Speaking of farms, my great... Oh, we already read that one. Okay. Arnis, you used to have a shirt that read, "You go to Aspen for the scene, Vail to be seen, and Steamboat to ski." Oh, all right, Wenjo. Australia enters chat. Dimu, you're from Australia, Dimu? You buy 4% yogurt and cotton. So do we, Shannon, yeah. I'd buy just straight up. I don't know why they knock it down to 4%. Well, I do, because that's what they want us. They don't want us eating animal fat for some reason. They don't want us eating that fat. Keep us sick, maybe? I don't know. Fugu toxin is only in the liver. I took some on purpose and had myself buried alive overnight once. Called it zombie vaccine. Wenjo. Steamboat has champagne snow. That is awesome. But the mountain itself is very short. Grandma died with all her real teeth at 91. Used homemade toothpaste. No shit, OG. See? We don't need that shit. We don't need their shit. Sulfur. Right. Sulfur is another thing that's good for you and has been diminished through GMOs. Kane, yeah. A lot of healing qualities for plants. We don't need government to tap in. A lot of poisonous plants too. I'm trying to study that now because you gotta know the difference and the recipes. Yeah. There are a lot of plants with healing properties. Yes. But I do not trust the government or any billion-dollar corporation to give me the right plants. I think they're going to give me the plants that increase their profits, not the plants that increase my health. not the plan. They don't give a shit if I get dementia or something. They don't care. They care about their stock prices. And that's it. That's all they care about. Nothing else. Absolutely nothing. Nothing at all. That's it. So for the people who believe all that marketing shit about your health and losing weight and all this bullshit they spout, I really invite you to start doing some research into these companies and find out what the hell they are actually truly doing. Because they do not give a shit about you. My great-grandfather lived to 104. He ate lots of bacon and whatever he grew in the garden. Hell yeah, crab man. Yeah. I don't think we're gonna, our generation on down, and maybe it'll actually start with the boomers, but from Gen X on down, I don't think we'll see any more centennials. Well, no, nobody in Generation X will live to be 100, I don't think. Not with that garbage we've been fed our entire lives. Unless maybe someone like Kane has just lived out there. Maybe he's never had a bunch of McDonald's and Doritos and stuff. And never had that poison in his body. And maybe Kane might. But I don't think people will live that long. And it's just going to get worse. I think it was it either millennials or Gen Z. They are the first generation to have a shorter lifespan, life expectancy than the previous generation. That is the first time that has happened in the history of mankind since the caveman days. That has never happened before. They are the first generation, and maybe it's us with the boomers. It's us with the boomers. That's what it is. Gen X is the first generation to have a shorter life expectancy than the previous generation. Yep. Yeah. And if that doesn't tell you what the hell is happening in this world, then you're lost. There's no getting to you. There's no waking your ass up. Single ingredient foods. If it comes in cardboard, it's probably bad for you. Yeah. Steak. Apple. Carrot. Rabbit. Yeah, whatever. Pig. Right? Whatever. Bacon. Yeah, those are the best things for you. Single ingredients, Wirehead. Totally agree, dude. Yeah, awesome. Michigan invented fluoride. I knew there was a reason I didn't like Michigan. I just didn't know why until just now. Keep us sick and dumbed down, yeah. Eating real meat makes you strong. That's why they want that lab-grown shit. Yeah, Arnis, yeah. Trinidad, animal fat can be used for a million things that we buy today. Yes, homemade toothpaste. We don't need their toothpaste, yeah. Yeah, we don't need any of that. They coated M&Ms in shellac and turned it into a marketing campaign. Melts in your mouth, not in your hand. Yep. Yeah, Raziel, you're absolutely right, dude. Boomers kicking the bucket 20 years younger than their parents. Maybe, but they count the entire, life expectancy. So a lot of silent generation died young for other reasons, right? They lived through the Great Depression. Or they didn't make it through the Great Depression, a lot of them, Yeah, don't get me started on boomers, huh, DVS? But yeah, I'm pretty sure that the boomers have a longer life expectancy than silent generation. What a wonderful world it would be to be without boomers. We need to make a song out of that. Where's the dude man when you need him? Yeah, the dude man could make a good song of that one. Farmers markets smell, small supermarkets don't. Your nose knows, yeah. Farmers markets smell, small. Farmers markets smell, supermarkets don't. Your nose knows. All right, OG, yeah. That's some good shellac, though. Yeah, you'll never be alone. You always have your forever chemicals with you. Lord Devonshire, boomers opened the door for communism. Absolutely true, in my opinion. I think the world would like to know what all the top 1% eat. Where does it come from? Yes, absolutely. I'm sure they have their own organic gardens with their own organic gardeners, right? They don't eat some shit. They don't go to Walmart and buy this hormone injected bullshit. They don't eat like that, you know? They don't eat that same shit we do. They do care. They want you to get dementia and every other disease that doesn't kill you but requires you to take their pharmaceuticals and use their services to stay alive at an obscene profit. Yes. Dude man, hit you up. Arnis says hit him up, dude man. He can write songs. It'll be strange to see how I age. My entire body developed on hunter-gatherer foods with periodic dosing of extreme garbage. Yeah. Fluoride was discovered by an Englishman and a French woman. Dim you. Don't vote for boomers. Don't vote for any lawyer. Stop voting for lawyers. If you must vote for some insane reason, you feel absolutely compelled to vote for one of these scumbags, don't vote for a lawyer. Just say no. Just say no to lawyers. Don't do it. Don't vote for a damn lawyer. If there's one thing I can talk you into doing, I can't talk y'all into buying shit or anything. I'm not good at that. But if I can talk y'all into stop voting for lawyers, I would do the world a service. I would make America a better place if y'all would stop electing lawyers and letting them scumbags run this country. I'll tell you one person who will never vote for another lawyer, and that is AF. I bet you AF, after all the shit she's been through with lawyers over the last few years, I bet you AF won't vote for another damn lawyer. I think the world would like to know. Oh yeah, that was you that put that in there, AF. Yeah, Gen Z is the first generation to be stupider than the previous generation. Yeah, Wenjo, you're right about that. They did the testing here recently, not too long ago. In the history of mankind, Gen Z is dumber than the previous generation. That has never happened before. Arnis loves his homegrown beets. One of the best vegetables. Store-bought blows in comparison. Yeah. Beets are high in iron, aren't they, Arnis? They have a lot of iron in them. Boomers kicking a... Oh, that I already read that. Dude Man's here? Where's Dude Man? I didn't say Dude Man. I didn't see Dude Man yet. Boomers open. I read that one. Don't vote for boomers. No, Dude Man's not here. I was just saying it in case Dude Man watches later, so he can hit Arnis up. My granny was a boomer. My uncle said she could squeeze the wings off a quarter, and she could feel like her today trying to save money, I have to make everything just to get a quarter. Yeah. Yeah, Trinidad. I see more millennials that are pro-communist than any other generation. Yeah, except boomers. Millennials and boomers, they're like mirror images of each other. Right? And actually, I believe that that Gen Z, although not as book smart, I think Gen Z is capable of having more common sense than either one of those two, the boomers or millennials. Some of these young kids are actually, now not the girls, for some reason the Gen Z girls they're just nuts. They're just out of their minds. Yeah. The whole feminism thing is just spun them off into another damn place in time. Gen X cannot read simple words, dog and cat. Why they are never in the chat. Oh, you mean Gen Z? Trinidad, yeah. Love them beats. Good for the circulation. Tastes like the earth. Cane Corso. Yeah, I love beats too. Wirehead info has been available to Gen Z from day one, so they've never needed to learn. Remember when it's in the little black square in their hand. Yeah. Unfortunately, they are a product of this whole digital environment, this whole thing, right? And the school system has done them no favors, has not tried to teach them shit. They've just let them down. They've let these kids down. The problem is that most of those run for office have a degree in law and political science. Yeah, law degree. Any lawyer, any kind of lawyer, any of that shit. They shouldn't be in politics. We should not allow them in politics. They should have the right to try. Yeah, but we should be smart enough not to allow it. I don't have a problem with lawyers. They are certainly useful when you need one. I've just seen too much. I know some people who are suing. Okay, a lady died and left her money in a trust. Okay, and instructed the trust to give the money to the family upon her death. Well, the trust just forged documents and decided to keep the money for itself. Now, they hire a lawyer to sue the trust. The kicker is that the trust gets to use the money in the trust to pay for their lawyer, which is millions. So they hire a lawyer to try to fight this trust, who has their money, who's keeping their money and using their money to fight against them. The lawyer does absolutely nothing, drags this thing out 5 years. Drags it out for 5 years and keeps billing the family and kicking the can down the road. Because a lawyer is the only profession who benefits and gets paid more for being horrible at their job. The worse they are at their job, the more they get paid. And that's just a fact. If the lawyer wraps it up real quick, within a month, and gets them people their money, he doesn't get paid as much. He misses out on tens of thousands of dollars. If he drags it out for 5 years, he'll get paid just bucket loads of money. So that's what they do. They drag it out and drag it out. And then eventually, when the original family who's suing just goes bankrupt, the lawyer walks away. The lawyer walks away and says, well, I can't help you anymore because you ran out of money. And this happens every single day, many, many times a day, destroying people's lives, bankrupting them. That's just one example. I have many, many more. AF in our own chat is a good example of how a lawyer would just screw you, tell you they're going to do something and do absolutely nothing but take your money and walk away, and there is squat you can do about it. Lawyers, not all of them, but most lawyers are scum, and they have no business running our country. Yeah, exactly. Look, AF is saying it right there. Take money from her and knowing you weren't even wrong. Yeah, but she will take your money, huh, AF? Gladly take your money and do absolutely shit for you in return. Yeah, and I've never really been done wrong by a lawyer. I've never, but when I see other people done horribly wrong by lawyers, I learn from other people. And I've yet to hear anybody, have a good, positive relationship experience with a lawyer. I just haven't heard it yet. Canned beets are gross. You don't like canned beets, Shannon? I like canned beets. Trinidad doesn't like beets at all. You blame the Spice Girls, dim you? For the beets? Lord Devonshire, maybe there should be a common sense degree. Yeah, holy shit, yeah. I already know I'm in the minority on this one, but beets taste like mud with sugar added to them. Not a huge fan. I love beets. Roasted beets are good, Shannon says. Everyone has different tastes. I made your eyes. If only you could see what I have seen with your eyes. Yeah. That's from Blade Runner, right? RR? Generation X. I'm glad to see you. Mike Fleisner, what's up? My boy Mike. Applewood smoked eggs are the bomb. I've never had Applewood smoked eggs before. Grow loads of sugar beets in Wyoming. All right. I knew I liked Wyoming for a reason. I still grow beets for sugar, nicotine, and red dye. My landlord, rest in peace, a few years ago, took me like 16 months to get my deposit back because of lawyers. Yeah. Beets are fuel for the heart, Mike. My wife is a lawyer everyone wishes they could find. Yeah, there are some good ones out there. My cousin is a lawyer, and she does her best to help people, as far as I am, and as far as I know. So I know there are good ones. I have one in my family. But the vast majority of them are just complete scumbags. And that is why the vast majority of politicians are scumbags, because they're all lawyers. And some people don't even know that. Don't even know that like 99% of our politicians are lawyers. That's where they all come from. The field of law. It blows my mind. Fee, subscribe, prove you are human, and tax, need a lawyer, money. I'm so sick of all of it, destroyed lives and bankruptcy. Yeah, Trinidad, yeah, it's completely horrifying dog shit. The system today. It's the entire system. Celery root, Shannon? I don't think I've ever had celery root. I'm going to see if any beets popped up right now. Are you going to go check right now? Paid a lawyer $100 to make a phone call to not get hassled by the state anymore. It was worth it. Nice. It was a dime-sized beet for you to eat. All right, Arnis. Seems like lawyers always marry each other. Your wife hates lawyers and she is a lawyer, huh? Yeah, no Sunday without Wenjo, Mike. The ones who aren't lawyers get ran out. Yeah. Devonshire, yeah, dude. Celery root is really good. It's anti-stress effects. Roz, what about ginger? Isn't ginger good for you? And turmeric? I take turmeric every day. Turmeric and cayenne pepper. Oh yeah, let me see here. We got to start getting ready for our... I think I have one already, don't I? Oh yeah. All right, I got one here. Getting our trivia question ready. We're going to give away a cup. We're going to give away a cup today, everybody. So here in a couple minutes, I got to go over the rules and stuff. Make sure everybody understands. The lawyers need to be ran out of medical anything. They didn't go to medical school. They didn't do any intern year in the trenches doing 120 hours a week. Screw them. They need to be run out, not just medical, but everything. The food industry, everything. We need to... Our justice system, our law system, our government system, our corporate system, these systems are completely corrupt beyond repair. Now, this is my personal opinion. The only way to fix them is to raise them to the ground and replace them with something new. You're not going to go in there and fix the justice system and the law. You know, you're not going to go in there and fix corporate and all that shit. You're not gonna go in there and fix that stuff. There are too many people making too much money from all the corruption, all the theft, all the bribery, the blackmail. You're not gonna go in and repair anything. So there's only one solution to any of it, and that is a complete removal and restructuring of the system. And then another 250 years, you'd have to do it again. Because the one you put out, the one you built on top of it and tried to make foolproof, will turn out that it's not foolproof because somebody will find out how to ruin it. Through greed and lust and gluttony and all the things that the Bible warns us about. So, every 250 years or 300 years or whatever, it needs to be reset, or it will reset itself just by sheer weight of the corruption. It will collapse in on itself because it is not self-sustaining. It is not harmonious with the planet and with the people and the environment. It's not harmonious. It's self-destructive. It's right now, it is consuming its own defense mechanism, its own your defense system. It's what it's doing. It's like if your body attacked its own immune system and started eating it for fuel. That's what the system is doing now. It is eating us for fuel, and we're the ones keeping it alive, and it is devouring us. It must collapse. The founding documents should be preserved. Wipe everything else out and start again. Yeah, I would add to them. Because now in hindsight we see things that they didn't know. I would add to them. Number one, corporations or any kind of entity like that cannot have the rights of a human being. That should be in the Declaration of Independence. One entity cannot purchase another entity. Just like one, it's not, that shouldn't be allowed. Microsoft should not be able to buy up another corporation, period. End of story. I don't give a shit. So now we have only a few of these huge corporations that have bought up all the rest. So we're controlled by these couple of huge monopolies. That should have been in the Constitution of the United States to completely prevent that, but it wasn't. That should be in there. Big Country, what's up, Big Country? Big Country showing up just in time to try his hand at winning the mug. Huh, Big Country? All right. So let's get the show on the road with the mug here. All right. I'm going to explain the rules to y'all. Let's see. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll just go to the website. The link there, the link I pinned, that takes you to the rules if you want to check it out. But I'm going to go there right now. And read them to you. No purchase necessary. You got to be 18. Oh yeah, it's an important one. This contest has absolutely nothing to do with YouTube. YouTube's not affiliated with this in any way. This is just me and Dak. Dak bought the shirts and the mugs for y'all. Well, not the mugs. Dak bought the shirts. So, but I got the mugs before that. But today's mugs. So, but Dak did help out with the shirts. No, he didn't help out. He did it. I helped him, to be honest. Okay. So YouTube does not sponsor this, in no way associated with this shit. How to play. You just answer the damn question. If you don't want a mug, don't answer the question. If you don't want me to know your address, I got to know your address so I can send you the mug. If you don't want me to know your address, don't answer the damn question. All right. Wirehead. I'm going to shut up for this one, not answering until someone else does. All right, Wirehead. Wirehead's got some super high-speed internet over there in Canada. I don't know what the hell you got over there. All right. What was it? Oh, yeah, another. It's the first one to answer the question, the first answer that pops up on my screen. Not yours, because there are lag differences and stuff, so the chat might be out of order, in a different order than yours. It's the first one to pop up on mine. I don't know what order shit's popping up on everybody else's screen, so I can't go by that. I just have to go by what's on my screen. So if it's different on yours, I hate it, but I can't do anything about it. I got to go with what's on my screen. All right. Let's see. Oh, by participating, all of you completely release YouTube from any liability related to the contest. So if you tip your tooth on this mug or something, it's not YouTube's fault. All right, don't blame YouTube. Don't try to sue YouTube because you chipped your tooth on a Gen X Thinks mug or whatever. Or if you hit your old man in the head with this, don't blame it on YouTube. Don't blame it on me either. Shit, you're supposed to drink out of it. I think that's pretty obvious. All right. I'm going to ask a trivia question, and it's just the first one to pop up. The first one to answer the trivia question correctly. This prize today is a mug. Gen X Think mug. This exact mug. That's a Gen X Think's little logo there. Yeah. Ask Wenjo how awesome it drinks. Yeah. Who else? No. Who got the what was his name? I just talked to him earlier. Josh Seeds, I think. Right? He got a shirt. And John got a shirt. All right. Fulfillment. Okay. That's it. Pretty much. Okay. So if you don't want the mug, if you don't want to give me your address, don't answer the question. If you do win, please send me your damn address right away. I mean, like within the hour. Send me your address so I can get your mug in the mail tomorrow morning. All right? Okay. And Wenjo's still eligible for the prize still, because she hasn't technically won. So Wenjo's still eligible. Wirehead's not though. Wirehead can't win with his super internet. All right. Okay. Here goes. Everybody ready? Hearst, the Festival mug. Hearst. All right, here we go. What 1980 film stars a then 14-year-old Brooke Shields in a story about two young cousins who end up marooned on a South Pacific island? Name that movie. You damn Gen Xers. You damn boomers. Hearst, Raziel. Boomers should know this one. Blue Lagoon, RR, won a mug. All right, RR. All right, RR. You are the wiener. Remember, let me see. Mug, I got to write you down so I remember. RR won a mug. So send me your address, RR, and I'll get your mug on the way to you first thing in the morning. Raziel had no idea. Dad, you never watched Blue Lagoon? Holy shit, Raziel. That's the closest thing we had to porn when we were kids, was Blue Lagoon. Ain't it right, Hearst? Ain't that right? Tell him, Hearst. That was the closest thing we had to porn as a kid. That was the second best thing to find in a Playboy magazine in a ditch. Blue Lagoon come on some damn, on HBO or some shit, Cinemax. You knew it, but you couldn't type that fast, AF? Lord Devonshire wanted a mug too. All right, next week it'll be a shirt again, okay? I don't have the shirt right here with me, but it's my favorite shirt. It says, the apocalypse wouldn't set me back too far. So it's just something I said on one of my shows, and I liked it, so I put it on a shirt. I actually have one of the shirts myself. But next week you better win a shirt, one of those apocalypse shirts. So I will now say goodbye and congratulations to RR and Arnis, Kane, Corso, Mike Fleisner, my boy Mike, Trinidad, Crabman, Hearst, Wenjo, Wirehead, Raziel, my partner in crime, Lord Devonshire. Who else? Bucky was here, my brother Bucky. Thanks again, Bucky. Big Country. What's up, Big Country? Goodbye, buddy. Wayne Beatty. Dimu. Goodbye, Dimu. Who else? Did I say Arnis already? DVS was here. Shannon. AF. Crabman. Goodbye. OG Tango. Electric Camel. Dog Karma. Thanks again, Dog Karma. Who else is here? Say goodbye to... I know I can't have gotten everybody already. OG Tango. Trinidad, Shannon, Dimu, Crabman, Wirehead, Kane Corso, Raziel. I know I'm repeating people, but I'm just... Arna, I said DVS already. I'm just running over repeats over and over again. Not, Metal Gear was here. Ezekiel was here. I can't forget Ezekiel. That'd be a sin. All right, so I ran out of chat room DVS. I think I said DVS already. Okay. All right, so let's see. We got to check our list to see who has received the spiel dedication in a while. Lord Devonshire. I don't see Lord Devonshire up here. All right, Lord Devonshire. Just like back in the 70s and 80s, Devonshire, we used to dedicate songs to each other on the radio. Well, I dedicate this spiel to you. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us and sharing your time with us, contributing to our conversation. You're making our conversation that much better, and our experience here on Gen X Thinks that much better with your presence. So I really appreciate your time, and I do truly value your time, because it's the only thing there is to value on planet Earth. All the other bullshit we value, I think, is all propaganda and brainwashing, and we are brainwashed into devaluing the only thing that truly matters, and that is each other's time. And I refuse to be to continue along with the herd and be brainwashed with everybody else. So I absolutely and 100% truly value your time, Lord Devonshire, and I truly appreciate you spending it here with Gen X Thinks. So thank you so much. I really do. I really do thank you, man. So straight out of, let's see, what's a good year? 1982. Have we said 82 in a while? 1982. When I was 11 in 82. So it's about the time we were heading up. We got pulled over. That's where we ended up in Kansas, I think. I was 11 when we ended up in Kansas. Yeah. Topeka, Kansas. That's a crazy ass story. But we got pulled over by the cops, and ended up, the mayor of Topeka ended up actually taking up a collection for us and stuff, and getting us on the rest of our way home, and had our car worked on and everything. Some mechanic donated his time to help us. So yeah, it was a crazy ass year on our way from Florida back up to Washington State. But I hope your 1982 was as interesting, but not quite as traumatic. Lord Devonshire. So I hope you have good memories from 82, buddy. All right. Thank you so much, man. And thank you to the rest of you. As always, stay frosty, Gen X, and I'll see you on the next one. Damn, I thought that guy would never shut up. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, subscribe, and comment. If you'd like to support the channel by becoming a member, I'll put that link down in the description, or you can head over to the channel page and become a member that way. If you'd like to support the channel directly, you can do so by clicking on that super thanks button down there, or you can head over to Buy Me a Coffee and buy me a cup of coffee. I appreciate those of you who do that, and I'll leave that link down in the description as well. If you're interested in Gen X gear, we got some pretty cool stuff over there. Redbubble, Gen X Thinks, and Gen X branded stuff. T-shirts, coffee mugs, stickers, all kinds of cool stuff. That's where I got my Thundar the Barbarian t-shirt. But I'll put that link down in the description too. If you can't or don't want to support the channel in any of those ways, you can always do so by sharing these videos on your social media. That helps out one hell of a lot, so thank you very much to those of you who do that. Also, we have the Discord channel now, so if you want to continue the discussion over there on Discord, I'll put that link down in the description as well. And I want to say a big thank you to all of you who support Gen X Thinks with your time or your money. It's all appreciated. I value your time just as much as I do anything else, so thank you, and from the bottom of my heart, thank you.